Hey, it's Clayton, and in this video I'm going to talk about getting back together with somebody after they've broken up with you. I'm going to talk about how to get him back, how to get her back, and not slide into your own personal hell in the process or in pursuit of recreating a second chance with them. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because if you're on YouTube looking for ways to get back together with an ex or how to get an ex back, you're probably coming across a lot of material that teaches you how to manipulate the person or promises games or tricks to hack their mind. And I'm gonna bet that if you're an intelligent person and you actually love the person that broke up with you, you don't wanna do any of that crap. You don't want to devolve into somebody that you're not proud of in pursuit of creating a second chance with them. And what you also might be faced with is that there's not a lot of information out there that teaches you otherwise, so you feel like that might be your only option. So it creates this conflict in you where you really want them back, but you're not really sure how to stay connected to yourself, stay connected to your own integrity in pursuit of this goal. So this video is an invitation, and it's going to outline briefly a way that you can begin to see this situation that will allow you to be proud of how you're showing up in the crucible of one of the most transformative times in your life. And I say that with complete clarity and conviction that if you are going through a breakup right now and you are desperate to get your partner back, you are going through one of the most transformative times of your life. And one of the deepest, most important questions that you can ask yourself in this is, who do I want to turn into? How do I want this experience to change me? Unfortunately, most people allow this experience to turn them into somebody that they're not proud of. They do manipulate, they lie, they strategize, they promise change, but they don't really do the work. And what happens is they further divorce themselves from themselves. And most likely, if you are going through a breakup right now, chances are you already broke up with yourself. You broke up with your best self at some point in the relationship, and then your ex merely followed suit. So let's not do the same thing over again in a different form. Let's not further perpetuate the core issue of why you're in this place to begin with. So when clients come to me and they're in this place of pain and they say, Clayton, I really want to get a second chance. How do I become a better person to get them to believe me? How do I get them to respond to me? How do I get them to see that I love them and that things can be different? The first question I give them, the first question you must ask yourself is this: why do you want them back? Why do you want a second chance? And now you've got to be really honest here. And this question requires you to slow down and really think. I can't hold you accountable over video and tell you whether you're saying the truth or not, but you've got to be honest with yourself because this is your own personal journey. And if your reason for wanting them back is because you want to save yourself from the deep existential loneliness that now sits in front of you, of not having a partner in your life, if you want them to save you from the guilt and the shame that you feel because you made a mistake and you messed up and now they left you, if you feel that the reason you want them back is because you don't feel like you can do any better and that this might have been your only chance at love moving forward, then what do all three of those reasons have in common? What do all three of those have in common is fear. They're all coming from a place of fear. They're coming from a place of you trying to save yourself, or let's say get your ex, your partner, to save you from a problem within your heart. And your ex doesn't want to be used that way. They don't want to be the tourniquet to the work that you've got to do on yourself. They don't want to be the Band-Aid for the work that you've got to do on yourself. This is your work. This is your journey. This is the dragon that you must face. So I invite you to slow down and take more pause during your day to sit with this loneliness, sit with the possibility that this relationship is over. Become friends with it. Because when you do, something miraculous begins to happen. You, by way of no longer being motivated by the fear, begin to show up with more clarity, begin to show up with more conviction, begin to show up in a way where your ex, your partner, can actually believe you. Because what would somebody who is drowning or burning, right? And we're going to liken this metaphor to being motivated by fear, the fear of death. What would that person say or do to get someone to save them from drowning or someone to throw water on them? They'd virtually say anything. They'd break their integrity. They'd leave their principles behind because they're in fight or flight. And instinctively, we humans know this. When we're interacting with somebody in that place, we can't trust them, and it's very hard to respect them. So, the first step is to ask, why do you want them back? The second step is to face the fear. And the third step is then to come from love. Now, I can't go into that concept all in this video because that's an entire program, that's an entire teaching, and I don't want to do it any injustice here. But if you are interested in getting help with this, if you are interested in having somebody walk along next to you on this path, on this journey into yourself, this transformation, I want you to click the link below. There's one for men and there's one for women. And I offer a free guide to each of you that helps you get a little bit closer to some of the philosophy and the concepts that we're talking about here. And it may very well come off as a breath of fresh air because there are no games or manipulations or strategies that we're teaching here. Rather, we're helping you get closer to the best version of yourself. And by product of doing that, a new relationship with them or somebody else does become possible. There's no quick fixes here, fortunately, because the work is necessary. If you want to build something that lasts, it's time to slow down and actually look at yourself in this. So go ahead and click the link below this video, sign up for one of these ebooks, depending on who you are trying to fix your relationship with, and I'll see you on the other side.